I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome. Good to see a full crowd again. We like that. All meeting to order. There has to be added to the agenda. Okay. Motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Approve the minutes of July 1st.
I looked at the minute, outside of one thing on the committee reports. My meeting on building families on 6/24 was omitted. I'll see that on the committee reports. Outside of that, the balance of the minutes are correct. Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay. Any other discussion, corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Claims. Do we want to put that on hold for?
You wanna hold
Okay,
on a minute? They're checking a couple.
we put that on hold. General public concerns. Anybody here to speak? Okay. Moving on, discussion action on the school resource officer.
I've been in contact with Jim Murray about, the school resource officer, and we've talked back and forth a little bit. And I think Jim is proposing, is it 75% of the salary?
Yeah, I met with the school board, during my evaluation, and we talked about just security in the schools, and we think we can get up to that 75%.
Hello, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone, okay?
Which would cover, I believe you guys with 30,000 maybe.
And like I discussed with Jim, I says it's all taxpayer funded, whether it's funded through the school or through the county. It just seems like it's a school resource officer, it should be funded more through the school system, I guess. That was my sense anyway.
So our thoughts would be, we covered the school year side of it, and then you have that resource officer available in the summer to help with that. And then we'd also have some flexibility with just how much when we can,
Yeah.
being flexible about it. There were something else we needed, or the sheriff's office needed.
Are you hearing this, Dean? Dean's on the phone.
I'm here.
Okay.
I know it. You feel this is something that's, needed, Dean, and it'll work out good for you. You got officers that are willing to participate in this.
Absolutely. Yep, I got one deputy that definitely wants to do it, and he would be good for the school system.
Okay,
And then we would hire another deputy to replace that
yes.
resource. Yep,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
good.
we have to.
Yeah, we can't do it without one.
And hopefully this will help out on some of our overtime issues, covering vacation times for other officers and things like that.
Yeah, cause like this weekend on Saturday night, unfortunately we had the rain and stuff, but we had a concert at the drag strip. We had a family or a benefit thing in Rutland. And I only had one deputy scheduled to work from 6 at night till 6 that Sunday morning. So I was planning on coming out and working as well, but the concert at the drag strip got rained out. And I think everything went pretty smoothly over in Rutland that night, so. Plus my deputy I did have working had to work a sexual abuse case that night as well, so.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have another person out, and that would be a benefit with having another deputy out. We would have, we had another deputy, we could have scheduled him or her to work that night too, so.
So Dean, would it be best to table this for a week until you guys work the details out, or do you need? How do you want to proceed? What's your, it's gonna take a while to put this together, right?
Bruce, I think we as a board need to approve it
Right.
with them to work out the details so this can get moving forward. The school is coming.
Coming up
Yep.
fast,
I understand.
The sooner they can advertise and get going, the better.
right, the better, I would agree.
Yep.
This is something that we need to do right away, I feel.
Yeah, I'd rather keep moving forward with it instead of waiting, so.
This is just going to approve it moving forward, not setting an exact dollar amount. But
Right.
it'll be 75% of the salary,
Right, whatever 75% of,
the cost of
Well,
a deputy.
you've all seen some numbers. The latest ones, which are probably close. If it's 75%, or excuse me, you said 75%, Jim? I mean, we calculate that, maybe you were correct on it. I guess I'm good at 70.
I guess my question to you is this something the school's always gonna contribute every year, the 75%, or is this just a one-time thing and?
Yeah, we can, what we'll wanna do is we'll sign some type of 28D agreement with it. And we can set it for 3 years if we want to.
I think that'd be a good idea.
we need,
Yeah.
we have to do a 2080, yeah, and
Yeah.
have a time frame. Just, because otherwise, if you don't have some kind of time on it, then it's just, can't do year by year on something like this.
Well, I think when you're committing to staff and you want a family to
I know
move
the police
here.
department,
Right.
they had some kind of agreement with the school, and I'm sure we could probably use that just as well, so.
And Dean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a total cost of a deputy is around 120,000 with wages and
You see the number?
insurance and diapers.
About 127,000.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, so at 75%, that leaves the county with 25, that's about 32,000 on the county.
And
Yeah,
So we know.
When I put those figures together, we weren't really sure what the insurance cost was gonna be yet, so that insurance might be a little high.
Right.
Right,
Cause I think I jacked it up 10% just to make sure that it was covered, but
and it's always better to go a little high, you know, in that way.
I just didn't want any numbers, being so shocked.
No,
Okay,
we're okay.
all right, good.
Okay.
Like you said, you're 30,000+.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
I
something
think- I
that's
think-
very well needed.
The budget, your current budget can help out a lot with that if we do cut back on some of the overtime pay. And stuff, because I think we paid right around 40,000 a year in overtime through the
Yep.
deputies department, so. I know we can't get rid of all of that. it's- But
Well, they've got to
you
finish
can
out
get
their
some of
shift and
it,
do their paperwork and stuff, yeah.
so.
yeah, there's still gonna be some. I mean, if, I think, Chief Deputy Lampy explained, if we have someone working on a Kate and it goes into, 2-3 hours over their shift, I'd rather they just keep working on it instead of shutting them off and saying, well, you need to come back tomorrow night and try and work on it again. Well, once you're kind of, I don't know what I want to say, your mindset is set on working on it, I prefer that they just stay on it because I think they get better results out of it.
Okay. Well, I'll make a motion to create a 28E agreement with the Humboldt School District for a school resource officer with Humboldt County.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
So-
Yeah, thank you,
Thanks,
Jim.
Jim.
Really appreciate that service.
With this in mind and everything, I can, I'll be back. Well, it depends. I'm down here in Branson, Missouri right now, but, we're supposed to have the remnants of the hurricane are supposed to be coming through here probably Wednesday. So. I'm
Through
not-
Branson or here?
I'm gonna blast out here Tuesday.
Hopefully you're-
All right,
So-
thank you, Jim. We
So
appreciate your.
can I start advertising for a deputy's position as well, or are you gonna wait till we work out the details with all this then?
I would say start
I would
advertising.
say start.
Yeah,
Yep.
we've committed to it, Dean. I would say just start advertising for a deputy.
Okay.
Get somebody hired.
I will do that. For them.
Even if we don't make it that early, just do the best we can.
Right.
Yeah.
The timeline that we have.
Right.
And I'll work on our side with drafting up that.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you,
Thanks.
thank you, Jim.
Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. I think this is gonna be a great thing for us, so, and for the school, so.
I do too.
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Dean.
You bet. Thank you.
You bet, bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Oh, my God.
I kind of slid it, so it.
You wanna look at them?
Okay, moving on.
Check your numbers,
I
right?
went back to claims.
You might give him a minute to recheck his numbers.
She added that in.
Okay, so it is that one that,
Well, I'll slide it over.
okay.
While we're doing that, we'll move on with Ben.
Ben,
Hiding back in the corner.
Morning.
Morning.
Thank you for the use of the truck with your financing, Jackie.
Yes, yeah.
There's usually some be-
I say
cushions and.
the guys already found that and started raiding it. So,
The guy in the back seat was having a hard time
He
slinging. the
was,
left hand.
man, he was.
I think I might have had a bag of Tootsie Rolls on the floor.
Sorry, I put them in the box. Left the box in there for
For the agenda for today, I've got to approve pay vouchers for our 3 paving projects. The STP project, so that would be P66 from Hardy South to Highway 3. Is $738,336.97. This is a majority of the PC overlay, is what that expenditure is.
We don't have the,
No,
I sent them in late yesterday to
that's
that's
all right.
okay. You can install it.
Terry and Shauna.
Just do the numbers so we can write them.
Okay, for STP parent 85, the total was $738,336.97.
That gets us where? Percentage?
91% complete on the STP job. The major remaining balance on that is HMA commercial mix inside the town of Hardy. Blacktop Service is starting that today, so hopefully they'll complete it as well. The plant was fired up, but they weren't sending mix out yet when I was out there. And granular shoulders. Those are the 2 remaining items for that project. The farm to market FM parent 86. The total payment for that one is $80,153.63. $80,153.63. And that is payment for the intersection tie-in,
Okay.
the concrete that they used for that one and the square footage. Or square yards, I should say. We have done the asphalt overlay on that project. That was completed Wednesday. They worked on that on Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday was a rain day for everybody. And then the local one, the one that you see on our claims portion, is $291,004.23. 291,004.23. And that covers I believe, the first mile of paving. As of right now, we are 2 miles into paving the south stretch of P66. Goal is to get to Thor today by the elevator, get the machine cleaned up, loaded up, move down to the county line, and then their plan is to pave north from the county line up. So, that is the goal today, which we should be able to hit. It's only about 1,600 yards.
Then they'll put blacktop in the city of Thor.
And then in town will be, an inch and a half overlay.
Are they using the millings for shouldering?
Possibly. So what we're running into is specification says that the max amount of millings you can use is 50%. last time we used blended millings was on the Bradgate East job. So C-26, and we paid a higher amount than if we'd have just hauled straight rock out of the quarry. I've had conversations with the contractor last week. Explained to him that the DOT would not sign off on anything higher than a 50% blended. So
They get too soft, so they,
it ends up binding together instead of actually acting like a rock, and then it'll get soft. And then you end up with rutting off the side
okay.
without the ability to pull the material back in, so. That's where we're at on. So the ball's back in their court
Yeah,
on whether or not they want to blend the two, take the time to blend the two.
yeah,
Cause you end up spending
more time blending it than you would.
more, yeah,
That cost, yeah.
more energy, more resources, so.
So can you do these all three together or? separate?
Yep, we
How
can
do you-
approve them all together if you're good with it.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve pay voucher 3 for 738,33,697. Pay voucher 3 for 80,153,63. And pay voucher 3 for 291,004,23.
I'll second Bruce's motion.
It'd actually be a voucher for all those.
4?
Yeah.
Well, let's scratch 3. All of them are number 4 then.
444.
All 3, 4?
I'll still make the motion.
I'll still second it. For pay voucher number 4.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
So that, with that being 91% complete, where will they be done? I mean, are we looking at
So
weeks or you?
ideally, we will be done with mainline paving on Thursday. And then, blacktop service will be coming in and doing in town, I assume also on Thursday, but it might be Friday that they come and do that, just that way they don't have the trucks driving on it.
Yeah. That's neat.
Reddings is the subcontractor that has the contract for doing the shouldering. I do not know when they're planning on moving to do that.
It's easier.
Kroll is planning on doing the sidewalks and the safety approaches that are in the town of Renway. So, and that's pretty much it on the project.
And then who does the center striping?
Our contractor will do the center striping. I've had conversations with Vogel. They're gonna hit us on their way through, jumping between counties. Their plan is to be in here. I thought he said the 18th to the 21st somewhere.
I'll be here on that.
Yeah,
All right.
so
So will they just do that new stuff and then come back to us for our side
yeah,
painting later?
yep. He has us programmed, I think he said the end of August.
Just, right,
So,
but at least our new stuff will be.
but our new
striped,
stuff
so
will
we're
be striped.
good.
Beyond that, we've got a mountain of sandbags
Oh,
out at the
I
county.
think I
shed
spent
right
most of the weekend out there. My shoulders are
Throwing
getting
sandbags
too old
out.
for that. Some of them bags were big and
Yeah,
Heavy.
you throw one that's 20 pounds and the next one's,
the family pack. is
yeah.
90.
They found a ripper yet to rip them open and dump them?
No. We've tried conservation's, stump grinder. Tearing into the bags. And then using our rock bucket to try and collect what's left of the bags. Makes too much of a mess. Instead of just breaking the bags up,
Just a good old utility knife.
it shreds them. Yeah, I mean, it took manual labor to
Fill 'em.
create the bags. It's gonna take manual labor to remove the bags, so.
If anybody wants to dump bags, where they
Yep, we've had a few people come and collect them. 10 bags here or there, you know,
Yeah,
but as of right now. Us as the county we're just moving on. We've got other things that need to be done.
Yeah.
need to be
Yeah, we
completed.
gotta do that.
We'll come back
unfortunately,
and
I'm
look at it.
100% sure we may not need them again.
Yeah, that's true too.
And really, I don't know if I'd dump them for a month at least.
Yeah, well, they'll last for 6 months to a year, but then they deteriorate and
Yeah,
fall apart, so.
I will say,
You
I drove through Spencer yesterday afternoon.
Did you?
Yeah. What a mess.
Yeah.
They got a pile of appliances that'll,
Chocolate.
I mean, they're just pushed them up in a big pile. The garbage people are bringing out of their houses and pile by the curb is just awful.
Mhm.
Well, we're lucky we aren't Spencer,
Yeah,
Greenfield,
Yeah,
some of the towns that have been just devastated.
yeah.
So
Rockford.
knock on wood, we're
yeah.
Mhm.
how would change subject? Any applicants that fill our,
There have been, I think. Quite a few, I mean, talking to Kim, she said that we've received quite a few.
good,
Haven't been in the office to review them. She's been telling most of the applicants that have dropped them off or called in on them that it'd be 2 to 3 weeks before we'd be in touch.
Yep.
perfect,
Yeah, you wanna go through them.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
all right.
all right. Thank you.
Anything else for Ben? Thank you.
thank you, Ben.
All right,
Okay,
thank you.
vouchers for nothing.
Nice that,
What?
The voucher on the sheet is
Yeah.
for.
Not
Yeah. This happens when you spend 800,000 on
Wasn't a cheap.
They're all
two
for it.
machines.
Yes.
they-
Yeah,
they
they're
give
I always
away
appreciate
free
that
hats.
when you do that.
Yeah.
Ben was elusive in his instructions.
Yeah. Sorry. I forgot about getting.
Project XYZ.
Yeah, that was last year.
It's been a busy couple of years, we'll forgive you. All right, did we get the claims straightened out?
Yeah,
Is everybody satisfied with them?
All right. Claims got drainage of 36,758. And then general of 583,196.48.
that's what I see, so I'll second that.
583,
Sorry, 583,196.48.
3658, 758.
78, yeah.
Good question. Any other discussion on them? All in favor?
Nine.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
We need to go to
Move into
drainage
drainage.
to do
The
the,
motion to go into drainage.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All great.
I'm guessing Doyle's is 36,758.
So,
That's the end.
Leave it in there.
73.
73.
Oh, it must be partial.
You look down there,
Let me see what percent.
And it's 10%. We're
Right there,
96%, 95%
95%.
complete.
Yeah, they got, I think they got the thing tied, it looked like
On Main
on Main
Street.
Street.
Finishing touches work to do, but I think the project tile part is done.
I think I saw the diamond, they just pulled the rock back and I suppose they're gonna feather that dirt back
Yeah.
whenever
Back in.
it's raining.
So you can cut a pretty good sized phone cable. Over here. I walked up to the mall one day and the lemon's about that big around.
Ooh. That would be.
It wasn't fiber optic, it was the old fashioned
Okay,
one, so it wasn't so expensive.
Colin didn't send any word on any concerns. Obviously, he's signed off on this, so
Yeah.
if you see any issues with it.
I haven't heard
They
anything.
Signed it. Nope, didn't contact anybody, so with that, it looks like the total amount due is 73,558.26.
yep, that's what I see.
Got
Make the motion that we approve that for estimate one DD 80 branch B from Doyle Construction.
I'll second that.
any other discussion on it? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Maybe at an announcement.
Okay. Anything else for drainage? Need a motion to go up.
Okay, I'll make that motion to leave drainage.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Anything else? We'll go to committee reports.
Okay. No official meetings last week. But I did, get a call and a concern on the new industrial park area that was acquired. Humboldt, I guess, I don't know what's industrial park, is what they call it.
Yeah.
Up in Bjornson.
Yeah,
But,
northwest of the
Out there
town.
by Union Cemetery.
And it's 140 acres, give or take. Yes, it is full of weeds. This was a weed related issue, but went out there, city official, they are doing a bunch of infrastructure work on the south end. And I'm showing a map that, that's gonna encompass, for the sake of argument, 2/3 of that, where they're working right now, getting in water, sewer,
Yeah.
infrastructure for development. And then according to the city, the plan is give or take 30 to 40 acres to the north is gonna be farmed while they're waiting.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do anything, just all makes sense.
Yep, that's what I understand, that northeast corner will be probably put into hay or something.
Yeah, so there is weeds out there, but as far as noxious weeds go, there's a little handful of thistles, but they're on the south edge, that's where they're working.
Yeah.
They'll be mulched up and gone. It doesn't look very pretty, but there is no per definition of noxious weeds other than that handful of thistles right in their working area. So it's not really a big thing, and it was nice to hear that what they aren't disturbing and working on is gonna be farmed to some degree to the north. So I really, won't mention the person's name that called in, just disgruntled, looks rough, but there's really, I've seen it over my years as weed commissioners, a heck of a lot worse, so.
I think, yeah, I think the company has been a little delayed in their work due to their sewer and water lines they're putting in. They ran into some fiber optic that wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be there, and it was there, and then they had to have new things made for the storm sewer. So they had to do a bunch of change orders, and so.
I think the
That's why they're
cemetery,
behind.
the old part of the cemetery was closer to the digging area than they cared, and I appreciate the fact that they took their time going through there rather than
Yeah.
move someone.
So anyway, it looks, of course, ugly because it just is, it's a construction area, but, other than it looks a little rough by the time they get their work done and they farm the part that they're not working on or put it in hay or whatever they do. I don't see it being an issue. I just told the city does own that, correct?
Yes.
It's managed by the economic development.
Yep.
I said, Tilstead, keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
And I pointed out what thistles are. So that's what I had last week.
I talked to the same guy and he concerned about the weeds and the dust.
Well,
I referred him back to the city.
I can't speak to the dust, but the weeds are not noxious and they're really not a course of action that you have to really get after anybody
Alright.
about. That's it.
Okay, I had none this last week.
On Wednesday, we moved the flags from Tuesday to Wednesday because of the rain. We even had the radio put a help wanted out over the radio when I got up here, like 5:14. They were already coming up they made the corner, so the kids did a great job. So I told them thank you and pretty much they were gone, so. Then on Thursday I rode in the parade and, I guess that was it for the week.
Okay.
And I think they're doing the flags tonight. We also have the, mobile food pantry on Wednesday at 4:30 till whenever they run out of food down at the fairgrounds.
On July 3rd, I had, kitty cat daycare. And, seems to be going very well. We've got, we're not having any staffing issues right now, so I know that's always a plus. And, yeah, so then I rode in the 4th of July parade too, also.
That's it.
That's it.
I was busy all week. I didn't get back in time to put the flags up. Thursday I had the parade. I also talked with the city of Humboldt about removing the brush down there by Fairway in that creek. I couldn't understand that was theirs, and I said, we quit at the 16th Avenue North. At the cemetery is our end, the rest of it is the city's. It's in the city limits, so you need to clean that before they get bigger. I said, you see in this flood how close it come to the tiles? He said, no, I didn't look at them. I said, well, it was right at the top of the tile coming across Highway Street. So it's holding it back. So. Anyway, don't know whether they'll do anything with that, but he says it'd probably be fall. That's, about all I had for last week.
Dave, Coach just sent me a text and said he's hoping that they can do it tomorrow,
Okay,
if it works best.
I'll let Paul know. We'll put it down for tomorrow. Tell him I'll have pizza.
Well, then I'm sure we'll get a group.
Food always helps.
Yep. And we appreciate the boys coming out and girls
Yep,
coming and helping. They kind of race to see how fast they can put them up and get them down. I think the fastest was what, 19 minutes? 18 minutes, something like that. That's 100 poles, 100 flags.
Well, when you have young backs, it's a lot easier.
Yeah. Anything else come before the board?
No. Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.